right. Oh, man. Last Saturday staining of the spooky season. Oh, man. There will not be a Saturday staining next week. Of course, there's no one here to hear that, so I should probably save that for later. Where did my... hang on. Of course I forgot stuff. Gotta clean the hands. There we go. Whew, hands are clean. I gotta wait for them to dry. So old. Well, mostly my back is old. I feel like the rest of me is relatively young. Well, maybe not my knees or my shoulders or my feet. Okay, I take it back. Every part of me is old. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh. Welcome to Saturday Staining, everybody. We got a bunch of small stuff to do. And then I've actually got some big stuff. I got the big tub out. Because I got some big stuff that I got to fully immerse in tung oil. Hey, what's up, Charlotte? How you doing? Welcome. Gonna start with a Tenarashi Tessin. I got a zebra wood Tenarashi. We're gonna tung oil that real quick. Hey, what's up, Daniel? How you doing? Welcome to Saturday Staining, everybody. Got last weekend of spooky season. I am done with vampire steaks finally for this year. So I have started on the holiday inventory. I am almost sold out of these zebra wood Tenarashi, so I am getting this one tung oiled up. I don't know if it's live woodworking. It's more live staining. I've been woodworking all day. I don't go live for that because it's really loud in my shop when I'm woodworking, because I run air scrubbers and sanders and it's just very loud. So I only go live when I do my staining on Saturday and when I do my finishing work on Sunday mornings. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate the subscribe. All right, this Tenarashi is done. And put this up. Now, for anybody who's new, I run Warrior Wood and Props. We make practice weapons for various combat sports, from Japanese martial arts to European martial arts. And we also make cosplay props. I say we, but it's really just me in this shop, so not sure that it applies. I'm not sure if the plural applies when it's really just me. Yeah, AI slops suck. Well, you won't get any AI here. I can tell you why. AI stole my job. I used to be a marketing copywriter until about 2 months ago, and I was replaced by an AI copywriter. So I am now working in home renovations as my day job, stripping and sanding paints, painting, repairing broken furniture, that kind of stuff. And I had to say, I actually like it a lot more. It's less money, but I don't have to worry about getting laid off. I'm sure that my professors from college will be thrilled to know this is what I'm doing with my master's degree, but but this is what I decided to do with my master's degree. I still write books, but I no longer write as a marketing copywriter. I'm done with it. Now put it in. Now I'm not putting it anywhere, Batman. All right, this is a Polynesian dagger. This is based on a Polynesian design. This is made out of orange osage. I made a custom one a couple weeks ago for a customer, and I liked the design, and I had an extra piece of the orange osage, so I figured I would make another one and put that in the drying room. But if you guys got any questions about what I do here in the shop or anything in general, I'd be happy to answer them. This kind of helps me be less bored while I'm doing this. The staining is kind of one of the more tedious parts of what I do. Not super exciting. And this here is another orange osage item. This is a fish bopper. Another item I made for a customer. It was a custom item. But I had some more orange osage, so figured I'd make another fish bopper to put up on the shop. Fishermen, people who fish. People who fish use these to stun and kill their fish once they get them up out of the water. This one's orange osage. It'll get a handle wrap and a tether in the hole tomorrow morning when I do finishing work. For now, it's going to get a tung oil finish here, and it's going to sit in the dry room until morning. Woot woot. All right. Now, you switch and get another new shop towel here. I've also got these Pal Ferro Yawara. These are pocket Yawara, also known as palm sticks or Kubotans. If I was going to make a fishing rod, I have no idea. I mean, probably something, a greenwood for sure. You know, you want it to be flexible. You know what would probably make a good fishing rod? I've never made a fishing rod. What would probably make a good fishing rod would be waxwood, to be honest with you. That stuff's flexible as hell. Unfortunately, right now, waxwood is super expensive because they got all these tariffs going on. And most waxwood comes from China, so it's kind of gotten super expensive. I wish I had ordered some, honestly, before that all happened, because it has made waxwood super expensive. And I hadn't really been doing anything with waxwood before. To make a dresser? Hey, what's going on, Slogie? Charlotte, I don't know. To make a dresser, I mean, it depends. You know, what you're looking for. I would say for a dresser, mahogany's nice. You know, cedar. Depends, like, if it's going to be, like, for clothes. I know some people like to be doing cedar because cedar has a scent, a good scent to it. These are Purple Heart, by the way. These are Pal Ferro. These are Purple Heart. But yeah, for a dresser, I don't know. I don't really make furniture. I repair furniture. I'm in the business of repairing furniture, but I don't make it for the most part. My boss makes it at the day job. He can make furniture, but not something I really do. Hey, what's up, Nug Nugs? Welcome back. Thank you for coming. Good to see you again. We are Just getting these Yawara tongue oiled up. And then I'm going to move on to some more interesting stuff. Ugh. I got a couple of big items that got to get a tongue oil soak today. So we're going to be switching over to a much bigger tub here in a second. Hey, no worry, Nug Nugs. I appreciate you coming when you can. I don't expect anybody to show up to all the lives. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't expect anybody to show up for any of my lives. I'm just happy when people do. And these are more of the Pal Faro Yawara. I am now out of Pal Faro, so if you want a very, very strong, durable palm stick that's going to last you forever, highly recommend going and getting these because they're as cheap as they're going to get on my shop right now. This Pal Faro stuff is super strong, insect resistant, decay resistant. It's got like a 2,000 pound force Jenka hardness. It's very, very strong stuff. And I will not be making more because I don't have any more wood. The Pal Faro got gifted to my shop by a colleague of mine. It was very nice of him to give it to me. He gave me a bunch of Kumaru wood and accidentally stuck a board of Pal Faro in there, which he didn't need either. And so at first I was confused of which wood was which. Your dad likes my lives? Say hi to your dad for me. Tell your dad I said thank you. But yeah, this Pal Faro wood, it's interesting stuff. I found out it's mostly used for like guitar necks, but it's also a lot of magicians use Pal Faro to make magic wands. It's a very popular wood for magic wands for magicians because there's some old folklore behind it that the Pal Faro can be used to create or dispel illusions. So magicians are big fans of it for magic wands. Whew. All right. Now we're going to move on. So I made an assassin stiletto out of Kumaru a couple weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, and put it up on the shop, and it sold immediately. Like, that week was crazy. Like, I made a finished projects video that week to show new stuff on the shop, and all the new stuff was bought by the time it was time for me to post the video. So I didn't post one because everything in the video was already sold. These assassin stilettos are fun. They're made of Kumaru wood. This stuff is even stronger than Pal Faro. This stuff has like a 3,500 pound force Jenka hardness. So yeah, it can stand up to a lot. Hey, no worries, Nug Nugs, be my guest. There should be a link in my bio to the eBay shop. WarriorWoodandProps.com is also up, but there's no inventory in there because Shopify decided to be stupid, and I cannot get Shopify to do anything about the problems that I'm having with my shop. So I only use it for custom orders now because that's all it's good for. I can't even get them to cancel my store. Like, I mean, I don't believe he's using it for crime. The guy that bought it actually's been a customer of mine for quite a while. He's a collector of unusual weaponry. He has a whole collection of stuff. But no, I please don't use any of my stuff for crime. I would appreciate if you don't. Any of my items that are not practice weapons are for entertainment purposes only and collectors. I sell a lot of stuff to collectors. I sell some of this stuff for cosplay purposes, but no, it should not be used as a weapon, please. I don't want to end up on the news that way. But these assassin stilettos, they were also known as mercy cords in some areas. This was a very simple stabbing implement. It went up through or under the ribs into the heart, and your target was done. And because it was wood, the weapon was very easy to dispose of by fire. Hassansins or Hashishins, depending on which school of history you subscribe to, use similar stilettos to these for quick assassinations. We don't know exactly what kind of stilettos they used because they didn't really keep records, but this is as similar as I could make it based on what I know, based on what was available. And all these are handmade, so obviously they're a little different, each one. It's hard to get these to be exactly the same because of the taper in the stiletto. So these will all list separately. But yeah, no, I would prefer none of my stuff be used for crime. That would not not be good. I would not appreciate that. So please don't use my stuff for crime. It's like when I sell vampire steaks in my shop, I have a disclaimer on all my vampire steaks to please don't stake anyone. Because, yeah, they're for entertainment purposes only, people. I don't go around staking people. Alright, Alright, that's all my little stuff. Let me clean this up real quick. Then you gotta pull out the big tub for the big stuff. I've had some people in my lives on Sundays asking me to make fish boppers and tire thumpers. So figured since I'm done with spooky season, might as well start making tire thumpers and fish boppers. So I've got some tire thumpers next. One of them I think could be used for either. It could be used as a tire thumper or as a fish bopper, to be honest. Well, for these, because I want to make sure these are strong as hell, we're going to use the pure 100% pure tongue oil. Let's start with this one right here. If I can get that to stay put. There we go. So this one is a tire thumper, but it could also be a fish bopper. But this one's going to get a bath in pure tongue oil. If I can get the tongue oil open. Oh my good gracious. Oh, please don't tell me this is stuck. Well, let's see here. It's been a minute since I've had to use this stuff. It may be stuck. Be right back. I go get some pliers. Man. Ah. If this doesn't work, I guess we're going with the Minwax, but there we go. All right. That's the problem with tongue oil. As soon as it hits the air, it starts to oxidize, and sometimes it gets in the threads of the lid and kind of glues the lid shut. Hey, welcome back, Nug Nugs. Determination, that's right. Yeah, so there are always stupid people. I am not responsible for the people's stupidity. That's on them. Hey Tony, welcome back, man. Back to the head bop. I mean, yeah, truckers tend to use these for two reasons. One, they use it to check their tires, make sure that they're properly inflated and installed. And also, a lot of truckers refer to these as do-right sticks, in the sense that they will also use them to defend themselves if necessary. Matter of fact, I do believe there's at least one place that teaches like a martial art that revolves around tire thumpers. I do remember running across that at least a year ago. I don't remember where I saw that at. A cricket game? I don't know if this would work great for cricket. It's not that big. It would work really well. I don't know if it would work well for sports. This thing is going to get a nice bath here. In the tongue oil. I gotta let it sit here for a minute. Let me grab the other one. This one is a tire thumper. It's a little smaller. This one's made from pressure treated American hickory. It's also going to get a nice bath here. Welcome to the World Series of concussing people, right? Yeah. Yeah, I would not want to get hit with either of these, to be honest with you. All right. Well, people, I got to let these sit for a few minutes, so entertain me. Dance, monkey, dance. What is going on with you guys? Take these gloves off. I'm gonna let these soak in this tongue oil for at least a few minutes. What do you guys got going on this Saturday? Which, by the way, all this stuff will be getting finished tomorrow morning at 7:30. I do my Sunday finishing work at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, so if you are awake at that ungodly hour, feel free to join me. Don't bubble. Don't you bubble on me. There we go. You know, fun fact about tongue oil, while it is a natural oil derived from nuts, it's also highly flammable. So never, ever, ever do anything combustible around tongue oil. All right. How many minutes has it been? Been about 2. All right. And give it a couple more minutes, and then I will wipe them down and set them off in the room. And then tomorrow they'll get a second coat of the diluted tongue oil on top, just to give it a little bit nicer of a sheen. I mean, you could strike metal as long as it's not metal on metal. I would not strike metal against metal around tongue oil. No, I would not. It's as it's drying also is the main time. As it oxidizes, apparently it becomes highly flammable, and if it's in too high of a temperature, it can also spontaneously combust. So be very careful with tongue oil if you're working with it. Make sure that you wear gloves while you handle it. Don't smoke around it. Don't have any lighters nearby. And if you're going to be in an enclosed space, I am in an enclosed space, but I run air scrubbers as soon as I'm finished here to get the fumes out. A few minutes of exposure is nothing to worry about, but you don't want to be breathing the fumes a lot. You don't think this can make fire? Well, I'm not testing it out for you, Tony. If that's what you're trying, if you're trying to bait me into testing that, no, we're not doing it. All right, almost time. Let me glove back up here. And we're going to wipe these bad boys down. And that's going to be just about it for this week's Saturday staining. I didn't have a whole lot to stain. I just had the tongue oil this week. Yeah, I agree. Let's not burn anything. Please don't burn down my shop. This is my second shop. The first shop I had was destroyed by Hurricane Helene, I think. Hurricane Helene flooded my shop. I had a small shop back then. The area it was in flooded due to the hurricane. Then I moved into this shop a couple weeks later. And after being in this shop for a couple weeks, we had another hurricane. We had Hurricane Milton. This shop didn't flood, but it blew the front window out and like scattered everything in the shop everywhere. So it took me a while to clean that up. All right. Ever think to make an underground house? I mean, yeah, I've thought about making an underground house. I've never had the opportunity to make an underground house, but I've definitely thought about it. All right. Whew. Yeah, it's been a while since I've worked with pure tongue oil. I forgot how thick this stuff is. All right, let me go put this up to dry. Be right back. Whew. All right, let's get the big boy here. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna need a new towel for this. Yeah, this stuff, it's like working with honey. It's very, very viscous. It is thick. You think about making a mole empire every day, Tony? Don't we all? You know, isn't that the dream? Mole empire. All right. There we go. Whew. Oh, that's going to be nice. That's going to be okay. I wasn't sure about this wood. It was kind of a mystery wood. I'm not even really sure what it is. But it took the tongue oil pretty well. So I think it's going to be all right. Woot woot. All right. That is everything. Now I have to go rinse out this tub. But I can stick around for a few minutes before I gotta do that. But I just gotta rinse the tub out before the tongue oil oxidizes. Oh my good gracious, my eyes. Underground network. Yeah, making underground buildings. Although, to be honest with you, like building underground makes more sense if you really look at it than building above ground. Like when you build above ground, you take away the land. Building underground, you still have space above. Building underground is better for temperature control. And if you build deep enough, if you build an underground house deep enough, you can actually maintain a pretty even, like, mid-60s in your house. I do have one family member who does live in an underground house. That is her home is underground. All right, I'm gonna need the towels. I'm gonna need that. All right. I'm just cleaning up. If you guys got any last minute questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer them before I sign off for today. But if you like what you see, give me a like, give me a subscribe, all that jazz. I go live on Sunday mornings. Tomorrow morning, I'll be live for my finishing work, for Sunday finishing work at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You're more than welcome to join me for that. Next weekend, I will not be live at all next weekend. I will not be doing Saturday staining or Sunday finishing work next weekend. I have not had a day off in a while. It's probably been a few months since I've had a day off. So Halloween weekend, I'm taking Halloween weekend off. Gonna watch some bad movies and be very lazy all weekend because, you guys, I've woken up at like somewhere between 5 a.m. and 5:30 a.m. every day for like 2 months. I'm so fucking tired. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to drop an F-bomb there. I am so tired. So I am taking a break next weekend. I've been working nonstop with the spooky season stuff all through September and Halloween. By the way, if you need stuff for Halloween, I can't guarantee you it will get to you. If you order it this weekend and I send it Monday morning, you may still reach you before Halloween. Probably not if you're on the West Coast. But if you're anywhere from Texas to Florida, or if you're anywhere from Texas east in the U.S., I could probably still get it to you in time for Halloween if you order this weekend. But the guarantee cutoff was Friday. Friday was the last day that I could guarantee any orders for spooky season would reach you in time for Halloween. Hey, no worries. Thanks. Thanks, Alejandro. Yeah, go block those AI slops. Take care, man. But anyway, but yeah, so next weekend I will not be doing any lives. I will not be in the shop. It'll be the one weekend probably until Christmas that I am not in the shop. So, because after this, I got to start prepping for the holidays, which is, I will be going nonstop until I leave to go spend Christmas with my kids. So, and then I will be gone briefly for probably a few days in January because my daughter's getting married. So I got to go to that, It's kind of important. I feel like I shouldn't miss my daughter's wedding. I feel like that would be a bad idea to miss my daughter's wedding. So, yeah. Anyway, people, I am out of here. As always, thanks for joining me for Saturday Staining. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. for Sunday finishing work. Feel free to join me if you're up at that ungodly hour. Go check out Warrior Wood and Props. Link is in my bio. Yeah, and if you like what you see, like, subscribe, all that jazz. You can find everything you've seen here on my shop. All the stuff that gets finished this weekend will be listed by Sunday afternoon. All right, I'm out of here. Take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, Angela. Bye.